everyone, and welcome to a very exciting podcast. Today, I have a very good friend of mine, Lee, with me.
Hi all.
And Lee has brought a whole stash of White Dwarf magazines from the 80s and 90s.
Basically, I think the first one is like 84, 85, I think it is.
And then we've also got, it looks a little bit, we were saying, like a little bit like a sort of an old...
showing our toys off.
Yes,
well, let's face it, we are.
We are, aren't we? Like the old sort of, what is it? When we were kids and used to watch sort of like the kids' programs and they had all the things on the side and that. It's like that, isn't it?
It is.
And we've
lost little
cool...
Ted somewhere, I don't know.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Not the Ted, because that would be wrong, wouldn't it? You know? But yeah, we've got loads of really old original miniatures. Some stuff I remember, some stuff I don't. Bits and it's going to be fun. We're going to go through
just
some
talking
stuff.
through our nerdy youth,
definitely.
My nerdy youth.
So join us on this memory lane as we do stuff. But before we get going, just very quickly, we do have some other podcasts already started. We've got our first ever one, which was about 11th, and our actual discussions around that. All the links are down in the description. We've also got our second one, which is about us doing our first ever teams event. So check that out, have a little look, because three of us don't know what the hell we're talking about on there at all. But we do have two other people, Damien and James, who are going to guide us through it. Good luck to them. And most importantly, if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe, because that is what helps us actually grow.
Absolutely.
It costs you nothing, just click it, okay? What does cost you something is there's also a Patreon bit. I don't know, a couple of quid at the most. You can help lend a brother a bolter and help start giving a little bit of revenue to help towards some of this equipment and that and this other expensive hobby on top of Warhammer, which I have. Okay, so that's enough of that. One final thing is I use a shop in Thetford. I'm not getting anything for this. It is a brand new shop started. Lovely people down there. If you want to get your bits and pieces, you live in the area, or he's got a website, as you can see, please have a look. Okay, prices are pretty competitive. Anyway, let's get on to the main event, shall we? So, Lee, we've known each other some years, haven't we?
Quite a few years now, yeah.
And it wasn't actually Warhammer, was it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was Living History.
It was, wasn't it? Living History, reenactment. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
World War II, to be exact.
It was.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I've been doing Living History since I was, literally, I got my driving license 4 days after my 17th birthday, and that weekend I went away to my first Living History event. Wow, I'm now 52. I haven't done it for about 6 or 7 years now because I'm too old, fat, quite frankly, and because I've got no hair, I decided I'm absolutely not cutting my beard off. So that's it now. Maybe an old salty sea dog is about all I can do. But anyway, it's many years. We were both younger, more hair, and slimmer in those days.
Yeah, we were definitely. Yeah,
jumping around on tanks and all sorts.
Yeah, definitely. I think my first sort of actual us getting to know each other, I ended up splitting the crotch of my jump trousers.
And I believe it was my then girlfriend, now wife, sewing that crotch up whilst you were in the trousers.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I was currently trying to hide my crotch up while sitting on a Sherman.
And I do believe, actually, if I was to go back through the old non-digital photographs, as my dad was always there taking photographs,
yes, she was.
I believe there may be photographic evidence of that somewhere.
Thank God for non-online stuff then, you know. Anyway, so that's how we met, wasn't it? And then we sort of, like blokes, you sort of don't communicate as much in bits and pieces. And
life, family, work, all that stuff.
Yeah, all that
busy,
doesn't
it?
it? But recently, I noticed that you were doing some painting bits and pieces, weren't you? And you uploaded some stuff on social media.
Yeah. So I started. Would have been around about 84. I was about 10 years old.
Right.
Had a really great little model shop where I grew up. Well, not far from where I grew up in Thetford. My dad was an aviation modeler, plastic model kits, the whole works. Oil paintings. Very, very good artist, actually. So it always took us in the model shop every Saturday as a kid. That model shop, the couple that owned it, they're amazing. But they did miniatures and all that. And that was when you could buy Citadel miniatures in a little blister pack for about 40p each.
Wow.
And I'd just spend Saturday looking through these racks and racks of miniatures, find one I liked, buy it, and bring it home, basically. And that was kind of the start of it. started to paint them. I'm using oil paints that I got off my dad, Humbrels, the classics, and did that a lot. And then moving on through into like school and then sixth form, college, etc. Did a lot of it, played a lot of 40k. As we'll talk about, I went to the launch of 40k and bought the 40k book literally while I was there.
Look,
and there it is. So, and then like you do, once you get into your 20s and 30s and life, work, girls and alcohol get involved, less and less time for that kind of thing. And then as you get older and we, as men, we start to gravitate towards our sheds. The hobbies come back again, don't they? So
kids grow up.
I sort of really got, I've had a few spells over the years of doing a bit of painting, but really got back into it. It's pre-COVID. It was like 2018, something like that, I think.
Yeah, similar.
Started to really get the bug back. Started literally going back into Warhammer stores, looking at stuff, and really got enthused by it all. And started to paint. And then but I might paint something and then not pick a brush up for 6 to 12 months or more at times. Work dependent, all those kind of things, kids and everything else. But then in the last couple of years, I've really kind of really getting back into it. And because I've done a lot of painting, I've done a few, and I thought at the end of last year, I was like, well, do you know what? Actually, I really think I might enter some painting competitions.
Yeah.
And so far, touch wood, as they say, it's been going pretty well. It's been pretty amazing. I have managed to collect a few little trophies this year so far, so I was quite pleased with.
I mean, I've seen some of your stuff, and it's I'm pretty.
It's quite
good.
pleasing because I've always done it, and it's only ever been for myself, and it goes on the shelf kind of thing. But it's quite nice, and I've been following it, over the years with Instagram and everything else, and follow lots of people and go to painting shows, fair model shows coming up in July, and this will be like the 4th year I've been.
Okay.
Every year I'm like, I should enter something, and then I comes up and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. But this year I absolutely am going to. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. But I've got enthused because I've done a few painting competitions, and one of my favourite artists is Roman Lepat. He's obviously won Golden Demon. Amazing painter, amazing guy. I've had a number of conversations with him online, and just lovely guy. And his little astronaut challenge.
1 second, guys, because I'm getting some serious feedback right now, and do apologise. Just 1 second, and it's gonna.
Sound levels are going mad. So I basically,
crack on.
sort of chatting. So he did an astronaut challenge. I think it was around COVID time. And I don't know if anybody's seen them. They're literally about 15 mil tall, these little astronauts. And it's just, the whole idea is you can put them in any kind of setting. And I think they had a few hundred people enter. They were amazing, amazing things. And I was like, I'd really like to do that. And he redid it at the end of last year. And it finished, I believe it was March.
Yeah. So
I got some of the miniatures, and I actually entered 3 into the competition. And I ended up placing all 3. I got 2 silvers and a bronze, which was like amazing. And there was something like, I think it was just shy of 500 entries. So it was an open competition, so there's like more than one of each category. But nevertheless, all 3 I entered won something. I was pretty blown away with that.
What a great start, though, and all.
Exactly. It's just, but that Roman, he's really, before even knowing I'd won, I spent over the winter Christmas period doing these and painting other stuff, which I've subsequently couldn't enter in other competitions. But it was him that really just enthused me to get back into it and go, do you know what, I'm just doing it. And this is my style. This is how I do it, and enter it. And if it's not whether I win or not, as long as people see it and I meet other like-minded, and we've met a number of people, helped me from Salute and other people with, suddenly you bump into people you don't know once, and I've been to events with them and hung out with them, and they're now friends. It's a great community.
When I went with you to Salute, and I never sort of got involved with sort of like the painting competition stuff like that. But one thing I noticed was actually just like that there's a real community there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And actually,
everybody's very supportive.
Yeah, there's a competition, but at the same time, when you were collecting your models, everyone was like chatting to each other, saying, "How'd you get on? Let's have a look. That's amazing."
Exactly. Yeah, it's really nice.
People offering sort of like advice and sort of stuff, and and then also giving their feedback to sort of how they got on. It was just
really,
really
nice. It was really so that was I'd done like 3 online competitions. So the 3 I did was Romans, which was the last one to get drawn.
Yeah.
Prior to I did Squid Mars Open, and there was something like 4,500 people entered that.
Wow.
I entered 2 things. I entered diorama and a single miniature. Didn't get anything on single miniature. Wasn't surprised.
No.
Unbelievably, watching the YouTube show when they listed them up, I suddenly spotted my name in the list, and I was sat watching it with my teenage son. I was like, "Was that my name? Really?" And I was paused it. I was like, "Holy, it was!" And sure enough, with my diorama piece, which was one of my original 1987 rhinos, I won bronze on the Squid Mars Open.
That's cool.
That was the first thing I won, and I was just astounded. So that really, wow, I can't believe this.
We unfortunately haven't got that here today because there's a lot of bits that Lee had to try and sort of remember to bring down, didn't you, mate?
I did.
We've just got all the sort of all of the other bits and pieces, the other original bits and pieces. But I think
check it out on my Instagram though.
Yes,
Lima Delta Mike 74.
100%. And what I'll do is I will get a link to that into the description so you can have a look.
Cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, come follow me.
So
it's full of all sorts, but
bikes, definitely cars,
film, which is what I work in. So
that's it. So let's take a look then. Where do we want to start, do you reckon? What do you want to start?
Well, shall we start with the very first white dwarf I ever bought?
Go on then. So we've got a few cameras on the go. Hopefully,
have a little look. So there it is. That is the first one I ever bought. Now that is number 67 in July. Let me just check the year because it says somewhere here. I do remember seeing
it. Does anyone?
Here we go. July 1985.
Now, I don't know if anyone's sort of watching right now. Not too sure. However, if you're watching this later date, stick a comment in there. Do you have this magazine? Do you recognise any of these? Did you own them? Just let us know. It'd be great. Definitely.
Yeah. So it's a bit. The covers have come off, but this has been looked at so many times back when I was 10 years old. And I remember looking at it on the shelf. Used to go with my dad every week, go in the newsagents, he'd buy an aircraft magazine, saw these on the shelf, and finally talked him into buying it for me. This is in the days where White Dwarf was literally all sorts. Obviously, Warhammer Fantasy Battle hadn't come out at this point. Warhammer 40k was nowhere to be seen at this point.
No.
It was still Ian Livingston run. It was D&D. All sorts of stuff in here, and it wasn't quite incredible when you look back. There's the old advert. There's like
Workshop, was it?
There's like 8 Games Workshop stores at that point. That was it across the country.
Where are they?
So you've got Newcastle. Obviously, so you've got the main one at Nottingham.
Yeah.
You had Newcastle, Manchester, Birmingham, London, Sheffield, and York.
Yeah.
And the London is the old original Dallington Road and Hammersmith, which is where they started off basically.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like. Here's a great one for local for us. This is I think it was a Call of Cthulhu game, which is a murder at Flaxton that's set down at a fake Flaxton, which is supposed to be down where Southborough and that down on the Suffolk coast. Yeah, that's cool. But you can see these
sounds very close to Clack.
Yeah, exactly. There's a few, and some of the old original figures. You've got the old original Lord of the Rings stuff, which is quite amazing. And I did have most of these. I don't know where they are anymore. Fortunately, I have got a lot of stuff, but I've also lost a lot of stuff. So it's like D&D scenarios, lots of weird Dix miniatures, still doing great stuff. I used to buy a lot of their samurais, and I was always been interested in military history when they started doing American Civil War stuff. What was the other book mark I left in here for something?
Back in the day of mail order.
And the classic Thrud the Barbarian. Absolutely legendary. I mean, very non-PC. You've got I forgot what her name is. Does it say what her name is? She's like the bit of stuff. And oops. It's very non-PC, but it's very,
Can
very
you
good.
imagine that in the White Dwarf magazine now?
Not at all.
You can't, can you?
Not at all.
You
no.
can't.
Somebody would, with too many letters, would have something to say about that. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. Old school, that one.
That is pretty cool.
So then let's move these over here.
So we've got a collection of miniatures, and we've also got magazines. And as we go through some of these, we've got some miniatures which relate to some of these too, and we'll flick to the pictures of the miniatures.
Yeah, so we are. This is issue 79. So I've just got a few random ones now over the late 80s into the 90s of like standout ones to me. This is July 86, so we've jumped on a bit. Obviously, classic John Blanche cover on it.
That is, yeah.
I'll pull this out because this is amazing. This came in the magazine and it's still in it. This is the Citadel miniatures. Back then, you used to have to mail order for your miniature catalogue and you used to get like a printout showing the miniatures. And you could go, oh, I'd like to order C34 Chaos Beastman Raider, please. Elementals, lots of old school figures.
That is good enough as a poster for your wall, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely is. And on the back would be where you would tick what you want to order, pop it in an old stamped addressed envelope, and post it off with a. I used to go, Mum, can you write me a cheque for £4.75, please? And you'd post it off. And
then I guess you would have to wait for the cheque to clear,
yep.
Wouldn't you? Then wait for it to be posted.
But, I mean, to be fair, it used to probably only take about a week or so back then. The cheque would clear in about 3 days, and usually within a week or so, you'd get it back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, some of the old original. So by this point, I think these must be for, I can't remember the year Warhammer Fantasy actually came out, but it's probably around about
someone let us know. Put it in the comments.
Yeah, if you know, because I can't remember. Classic ogres. I think these were. Is it Jez Good? I think it's Jez Goodwin did these.
Right.
And they end up doing a. Yeah, I'm sure it was. He did a whole series, and I've got a few of them.
Have you?
I had both of those, but I'm unable to find those. Judge Dredd was licensed with Warhammer for a while, or they had the license. They used to do the Judge Dredd role playing game, and all that kind of stuff, which had a range of miniatures. Here we go. Oops. Here's some more miniatures. So we got classic. I mean, I was a 2000 AD reader, so it was great. Yeah. You know, some of the characters from the game, obviously including your Judge Dredd characters. And then this one, classic heavy metal from back in the day with old orcs and such. Again, this is 1986.
Yeah.
Some classic stuff in there. What else did I have listed there? And then it's still got D&D games in it.
It's sort of, you know, if you look at
Thread the Barbarian, this is, you know, a la Mad Max.
Yeah.
Which then later on, many people might or might not know, they did the Dark Future game, which was basically a Mad Max game with matchbox sized cars.
Yeah. We actually saw that at Salute, didn't we?
So that's the new version, which I've forgotten his name. Gaslands, which is basically it's a better system. It works really, really well. That's a good fun game. I've played that before. It's just classic John Blanche, you know.
Yeah.
Rest in peace and all that.
Yeah.
Bless him.
Yeah.
So then we go, and again, talking to John Blanche, probably one of his most famous.
Yeah.
And I can't remember his name. I can't remember, but what a piece. And they did a figure of that as well. Amazing figure and piece that was.
These magazines, though, they weren't like, because
Marvel, they were doing Marvel games back then,
like,
still
the
as
different games which are in there, and also the businesses in there. You know, I mean,
some of these adverts, a lot of these companies don't exist anymore. No. Some do, like, you know, Dix's Miniatures came up. The Orcs Nest is always advertising here, and that's still going in London.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I actually went to we were in London since our discussion. I actually went. Of course, it was closed on the day I went there, but I got a picture there.
It's going to pop up on here, I'm sure. I mean, this is when the heavy metal was still black and white at this point. Very little colour pages. Where is it? And this one, Tank Leader. That was a West End Games. They were part of the Games Workshop thing. I think back in the day, they let us in. Still got a free bookmark in it.
It was essentially sort of like, you know, the miniature magazine, wasn't it? Can you see what I mean? Like, I mean, there would have been other ones back then because it would have
absolutely. So as well as used to send off, and in fact, I have got one, and I'll show you. I found this in amongst the pile, and it's got my old address when I was a teenager, but this postmark is February 1989.
Really?
On it, yeah. And I obviously must have sent off to get the catalogue. So here it is. You got the envelope, you put it in, the order form to fill in. And then underneath,
you still got this.
I don't know. It was just in amongst the magazines. It survived all these years. So here we go. Look,
does anyone else have this sort of stuff? Let me just close that up for a minute.
So, like, Realm of Chaos, Greater Demons of Tzench. How would you?
Yeah, I never know.
No, I don't know.
That is that the Lord of Change potentially.
Yeah, with that kind of bird's head. Yes, I think it's something like that.
Picking that up, the new version of that up
Really?
this Saturday. Yeah.
Then you've got more here. Oh, here you go. You've got Nurgle, Greater Demon of Nurgle.
Yeah.
Look at them classics. That's amazing.
I wonder. I mean, they wouldn't have been as big as they are now.
By this point, 40k is out because you're advertising Commissars, Beastmen, the Chaos Beastmen.
Yeah.
Actually, talking about Chaos Beastmen, I believe somewhere.
Is this going to be our first miniature?
It might be. It might be.
Or is he going to tease
I just remembered I had one. There he is. It's not on a base, but that was in the day. Oh, you need a base, don't you? Hang on, let's find you a
little base. These have got the little.
There you go. Slot of the original early slot of bases.
Let's see if we can get.
So that was painted up when I was about 16, and that's a Chaos Beastman. Sorry, no, it's not Chaos. That's an Imperial Guard Beastman. So weirdly, we were less. What's the word? Anti-alien in the 40k universe back then.
They still have Ogrins and is it?
Yeah, Ogrins have come back, haven't they?
Yeah. Oh, that is. It's tiny, isn't it?
It is an Imperial Guard Beastman, which is
actually tough. I wonder if we can get that camera just a little bit closer. There we go. Just see if we can. There we go. There it is. The Imperial Guard. It's essentially a goat.
Yes, it is a goat-headed Imperial Guardsman, basically, which is kind of weird. But the old Imperial Guards were pretty cool. I mean, you've got, and then that's obviously Imperial Guard officer with a customised Space Marine armour bolter that I put on. Again, probably when I was about 16, maybe end of school, start of college kind of era when I used to play 40k a lot.
Look at that.
Which was basically Rogue Trader / second edition at that time, and we just like. Not use rules we didn't like and use rules we did kind of thing and just like make it work. You know?
I think some of that, you know, when I started playing, I think some of it was a case of not understanding it. It was probably my early teens at the time.
Exactly.
So you end up just making
if you actually go along, really, if you can read through the rules of Rogue Trader and figure it all out, you've got to be some kind of savant because it's extremely confusing. But yeah, so that's an original ad. I was even got. Is that the Eldar Titan? So this is for Adeptus Titanicus. And look, the little tiny rhinos.
Yeah.
Which are pretty cool. Which are actually, obviously now they do, what's the Horus Heresy? Legion, is it Legion Imperialis?
Yes, it is, yeah.
But the Titanicus are actually ever so slightly smaller. The rhinos are about 3/4 the size of the new ones.
Like the micro scale of like the World War II bits.
Exactly. It's for doing like super big scale, wasn't it? Yeah. So that was a random thing that I found in amongst all the old magazines. 1989.
Just one last look at the old Imperial Guard Commissioner. Look at him stand there. Look at that stance. I mean, hell of a stance there, isn't it? It's, like...
it's a very. It makes me think of Rick Mail and sort of Flash Art kind of vibes, for sure.
Brilliant. What we got here then?
So then this is obviously other figures in. This is the November of '86 issue. Other figures. You've got your Judge Dredd figures, classic Citadel Orcs, just really good stuff. And then obviously you've got your AD&D figures.
Right.
The original Lord of the Rings. You've got Legolas, Boromir. These are the original ones. Yeah. I do have that orc somewhere in the box. I've seen him. And nice original dwarves. These are, I'm not sure if they're the Lord of the Rings ones or not. No, probably not. And Paranoia. So I don't know if many people have heard of Paranoia. Annoyingly, I did have some of these robots, but again, over the years, they seem to have gone by the wayside.
Yeah.
But Paranoia was like a very early, weird kind of 40k, but not.
Yeah.
It was I don't really know how to describe it. Maybe somebody else can.
Yeah.
It was a very strange game. I didn't really get into it, but I did get some of the figures. In fact, now I say that again, I think, there he is. I've got one random painted figure from it.
Look at that.
I don't know where any of the others are gone, but I do have that one. Like they were like some kind.
They
were like space police type troopers or something like that. I can't remember the whole vibe of it.
Not the base.
Yeah, very basic. Paint it green, slab some flock on it.
Yeah,
classic old school.
There he is.
That's how you did it back in the day.
Look at that.
So yeah, so there's some quite cool stuff in there. And
No,
then
it's
like
pretty cool, man.
jumping ahead. So that's the
Oh,
10-year anniversary of White Dwarf. This one
that's
with the classic White Dwarf on the
yeah,
front.
it's a pretty cool.
So this 10 years. So
Is
it's
that-
1977 to 1987.
From here, I thought it was a
obviously.
model, but it's not. It is actually a
They did do a figure of that, and
Yeah.
it's probably actually advertising here if I
so
flick through now.
1987.
Yeah, so it's actually June 1987
yeah, wow.
because it was June 1977 when they started. So you had your Ravening Hordes. That's a classic piece of artwork.
Yeah,
I can't remember who the artist was on that. Some of the old art's great, and some of these. Oh, here we go. Look, more figures. New Citadel miniatures.
yeah. It's
Goblins, orcs, skeletons, Norse dwarves. I've definitely got a few of these.
Have you got a skeleton one there? Is that a different
no,
version?
but I tell you what I have got. So 2000 AD fans, Rogue Trooper again. That was licensed as part of 2000 AD with them, and Rogue Trooper is literally. I've seen him somewhere. There he is. There is that Rogue Trooper there.
Okay, here we go.
Again, some of these others I had these different characters because I was a 2000 AD fan as well. I read all the stories. I didn't used to know all the characters, but he's the only one I've found
Let's
so
just
far.
quickly just go. We've got our first question here. Do you still play, or is it just painting and collecting nowadays?
To be fair, it's just really just painting and collecting. I like most of us, I guess, for our age, I actually have less time to do stuff than I did when I was younger. Yeah, I probably haven't played 40k. Maybe 2000, but probably late 90s was the last time I actually played.
Yeah.
It would have been, like I say, a mix of Rogue Trader second edition.
Yeah,
I've got Rogue Trader, as you've seen, second and third edition that I picked up over the years.
Yeah.
But it was really at college, art college. We spent more time playing 40k than doing anything else.
Yeah.
Basically, the teacher would come in for like an hour of the day and then go, and then we'd just clear everything away, put the desk together, and build a massive battlefield, and we just all play various factions and just fight against each other, basically. And we do it all day long, living on Mars milk and Smith's salt and vinegar squares. Basically, that's pretty much what I remember the diet, and the local bakery's nice fresh rolls of ham in. It was just penultimate greatest years of my life.
Yeah.
It was such good fun. Classic Thread the Barbarian again.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I've got the Carl Critchlow art, and he always draws himself into it as well. What he did,
Really?
yeah,
That's
it's fantastic.
quite cool.
Yeah, Carl, I always loved his art.
That's really cool.
This is what I wanted to do: is went to art school, blah blah blah. Didn't quite pan out that way because it just didn't. Oh, there we go. Look, there's the White Dwarf.
You were playing
figure.
Warhammer all the time. That was
Well, yeah. Well, I got the grades, but yeah, I did get the grades to go into art college, and do degrees, but it didn't pan out in the end. I had some falling outs with the teachers, and we'll gloss over that.
The amount of literature in the magazine.
Yeah. I mean, this,
it was a
Critical
proper
Mass. I think this was like a
good read.
talking about various new stuff coming out, books, things like that, and not even again. This is talking about one of them was an Arthur C. Clarke book.
Right.
What is this one? This is
this
is a Rune Quest.
Okay, so
scenario.
So they would provide a sort of like a role play game or a form of a game.
Yeah, so if you played Rune Quest, this would be like a little what did you call it?
Like an edition,
like a little scenario basically to play.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Basically,
yeah, they do that. They do that in.
That was always. I never did
Like
get that,
now,
but that was
but-
always a great dragon. I always wanted to get that. $14.95. That'd be like 120 quid now, wouldn't it? It's mental.
Yeah, it would be definitely. Yeah, 100%.
So what else have we got? Oh, look, there's the Rogue Trooper stuff. In fact, on the back for playing the Rogue Trooper game.
Wow.
See, which is where the miniatures came into.
Yeah, cool.
So there was.
Cool.
It was great. I had a lot of the Rogue Trooper in the 2008 figures, but I never really got anybody to play it.
No, yeah.
It was only when I was mostly at end of school and college. The group of us mates, we all really got into 40k.
I think that is the story for a lot of sort of probably tabletop playing or just games or role play games.
Scenario.
Because there's so many games out there now.
Chainsaw Warrior, but many people don't remember that. But that was, I did play that a little bit, and I have
But
actually.
there's so many games now, again, and actually, then if you like a game, it's trying to convince someone else to play that game, isn't it? You know, it's always been a challenge.
Yeah, look, that's got my name on the bottom of it. So I paint. Do you know what?
We'll
I don't know how old I was.
in there, shall we?
I can't remember when Chainsaw Warrior came out, but I was probably only about 11, and I painted that in my little local model shop's painting competition. They had like I didn't win anything, obviously.
Let's get that in there. Let's see if we can just bring it forward a little bit. See if we're all falling to bits here, and then let's see if hopefully I've not messed. Here we go. We've brought them
It's very much a mix of Escape from New York with zombies and a badass sort of commando style character, as you can see. It was again Games Workshop.
I love
they came up with so many great games back in the day.
I love the artwork.
Oh, the artwork.
The artwork. But on the artwork.
So there was a lot of crossover as well. So I can't remember who did the artwork, but a lot of the artists who drew in 2000 AD would do a lot of the artwork for these kind of games as well. So there's lots of crossovers.
But the artwork was like you look at the artwork and then you get your miniature and actually you think, does it actually look really like the artwork?
Yeah.
I mean, now you can sort of go, oh yeah, that
but you know, all white metal sculpts as well, weren't they?
Yeah,
exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah,
so yeah, that was the 10th anniversary one, 10-year anniversary. Yeah. And then so next, and I jump on there, and obviously this is the start of it all.
Here we are,
40k.
Yes, that is the iconic.
And this was the same year, obviously, and this was September of that year. This was where it launched in White Dwarf.
Yeah, Crimson Fist there.
I can't. Yeah, the classic piece of artwork. It is an amazing piece of artwork, and I don't know where it is anymore, but I actually literally copied that and drew it all out in pencil once.
That's
cool. Because I loved it so much. But so yeah, I was. When this came out, when 40k came out, I think I was about 14, maybe still 13. I can't remember depending on what time of year it was.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my best friend, his mum, took us to, I believe it was in Nottingham then. I'm pretty sure it may have been London. I can't quite remember. She took us on the train and we went to there, and literally as you walked into the entrance to Games Day, there's a pallet one side with stacks of 40k books, the rule book, and a stack the other side of pallets with the Space Marine box set and the Space Hulk box set. Okay. I bought the 40k rule book and the Space Hulk box set, and my mate bought the Space Marine box set. And then I ended up with getting something. He kind of didn't do it for too long, and I ended up getting most of them off him. The most annoying thing is I do not own the Orc set anymore, or at least I can't find it. It may come to light in my mum's loft, but it hasn't yet, which is a shame because I looked at trying to get it back or buy another one, and
really
they are hundreds of pounds.
Really?
Yeah, I've got a few random orcs.
Yeah,
and that's one out of the original box set.
That's cool. I think
he's the original trooper. I always liked him because he had a very much Africa cool vibes with the little caps on.
Are they the commando ones? Anyone sort of?
Well, that's the original, one of the original Space Hulk troopers. That is.
Here he is. Look at that. But have you cleaned him up since then? Have you? Or
no, that's just he's in that white metal. Yeah, he's just the only one I've been able to find. But I had the whole of them in the box as they came. It looks like a polystyrene segments.
Yeah,
and I painted 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah,
but where that box is now, I have no idea. Yeah, shame really, but you never know.
Pretty cool though. Like I say, it's definitely got that Africa core vibe going on, hasn't it?
That's,
it's
and I was going to paint him and enter him into the old demon painting competition.
Yeah.
But in the end, I did a squat, an original squat that I've got a few original squats.
Yeah.
And I did a squat and a barbarian from 1987, white metal one in the end.
Okay.
In fact, squats I've got here we go.
It's a tub of just
it's a tub of randomness.
Randomness.
Yeah. So literally there's a whole load of classic squats. So there's one with an AK-47 in one of the magazines. It might be this one I've got here, which let me see if
we'll get this on here.
Because there is
so cool.
There's a picture showing all of the. It's probably not this one. It's probably one of the later ones. But when we find it, shows the page of all the original squats in, which is they're fantastic.
Let's just go.
And,
Here it
and
is.
all of their names are brilliant because they're all something gun related.
Is
It's
it?
very fun.
I think
it's Games Workshops or Sit Down Miniatures humor back then was just on point. It really was.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. It's it's pretty cool that.
So obviously this issue, this was the launch of 40,000.
Look at this. So hang on. So this would be. So what year is this?
It's, I think, did I say September?
September 93.
No, 87.
87.
Issue 93.
Oh, 93, sorry.
Yeah, no.
Hang on,
It was 1987.
1987.
Yeah, it was issue 93.
So they did it on their 10-year anniversary, pretty much, didn't they? Because, yeah, okay.
And then this was the introduction to 40,000. So obviously goes through the grim darkness of the future and all that.
Yeah.
And the original great artwork.
So cool.
Does it say they back in these days they were still signed, but I can't see it. Yeah, this classic artwork. See this one. It says Space Marine Commander here.
Does anyone remember? Is anyone
I
remember this
believe
coming out
in the rule book? That picture says that's Lehman Russ. Yeah, it's very different, obviously, to today's incarnation. It was the birth of it all, really. But some great. It's very, it's got that Dune dark vibe, which is where they got the feel from. Here we go, some classic Rhino. And the classic LE2.
Hang
the
on.
limited edition Space Marine that came out before 40k came out.
So this is before 40k came out.
It was a limited edition miniature, and he'll be in one of these magazines. He'll come to light, the picture of.
Look at here he is.
I painted him in about 1991, I think, maybe somewhere between. I think he came out in 87.
Yeah.
Somewhere between there and 91. I painted him up and a few other rogue trader Marines as Howling Griffins. So I had a little squad of Howling Griffins. Had a
bayonet on it.
Yeah, it's very cool, very different. I love it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
I've kind of thought about
LE1.
stripping him back and doing him again. But
Yeah.
I mean that's obviously a pretty basic paint job. I have thought about doing that, and then I think it was a year or two later they came out with this other one as well. You put them side by side.
Yeah.
I think he was just called a powered armored trooper or something like that.
By the way, guys, sorry that camera flickers. It's one of the the webcam ones I use. They have a bit of a habit of doing that. But there we go. So what? So sorry, who's that one?
And that was, I can't remember what his name was. It will come out in somewhere in one of these. And he was like another limited edition space trooper or something. I think they called him.
Let's put him in the middle because I think that's where the focus is going to be. Let's do that there.
And I did him in just like again, way back in the probably very early 90s.
Yeah,
that kind of like a bronzy, rusty effect, kind of painted some wires. But he's a cool kind of figure.
This was brought out before the.
Yeah, again, he was out before 40k was out. Yeah,
cool.
I have seen, if you go through, there's an online resource for looking up some of these miniatures, and I can't remember what it's called now. Tommy, I can't remember, but there's a really great lot of photographs of people obviously submitted of those various figures, and I've seen one of them painted so well in a modern style. It looks so good.
Really?
It's made me think about again stripping him and having a proper go at it. But
so I like this. I mean, what does that say on that shoulder pad there? The one big one.
Yeah, because he's got a big power fist. It's like
it's great, isn't it?
It's amazing. And like, look at that best camo in a jungle area. That's like US Navy blue camo, isn't it?
It's great.
And this
a little like a crow, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what that ever really was, but the that one, the original. So everyone used to copy this. This was sort of the original Space Marine box art.
Yeah.
And those two guys, I've definitely. Hopefully, they're in here somewhere.
A box of goodies.
Yeah. Where are they? I've seen him.
Guys, honestly, some of the just the creativity in the artwork and that you can tell that the teams had a laugh when they did this.
Look,
I
clearly completely copied that one.
You did, didn't you? Let's get that on there. The old Blood Angel guys are going to like this one. Here we go. Let's get that on there. There we go.
There's a couple of others that aren't on bases from the Rogue Trader Marines. Legion of the Damned.
Oh, that's cool. I wonder if we can get. because I don't know if it's gonna. We'll leave that one like that rotating for a minute, and then we'll get the other two on there
there's that
in a
one.
minute.
And that was probably my first ever conversion. I cut his beak off and added I don't know what it was cut off on the front to make it look a bit different. I don't know what it was.
We'll just do that. Mind the old hand there, and then we'll see if this one hasn't got a base, but we're going to see if we can stand him up there.
Or maybe not.
Can I get him balanced?
There
Yes,
here
he is.
Look at that, look.
And I might just see if I can just get.
They were pretty limited to the pose that you could put on those original ones. And in fact,
here we are. I've got stand there having a party in the middle. Look at that.
And he's on the original Space Marine motorbike, and I've never got. I might finish him off at some point, but that's the original weird blue plastic of the roguetrader Marines with the weird yellow plastic of the second edition Marines.
Right. Hang on. Ooh. Here we go. I've got a little bit of a balancing thing going on
balanced
here.
Part.
Let's get those two chaps there. Put them down here. And now we're going to try and balance these because they're not glued together at all. Wish me luck. Ooh! Here we are.
The original Space Marine.
So we've got. It's almost like more like Baker-like than plastic.
It is. It's a really weird plastic. Plastic glue wasn't a thing back then, and you used to use super glue to glue them together.
Really?
But they would often break apart.
Right.
Things had come loose on those early plastic ones.
It must be. It's resin then, isn't it? It's got to be.
I don't know what the plastic was. It was very brittle. The weird sort of tan, fleshy coloured plastic was what the original rhinos were in. They were in that colour originally.
Right.
Where's the advert? I've seen one of these magazines has got that advert on the back.
Yeah.
Quickly.
And we've actually got 3 bikes, haven't we?
That's a good point. Yeah. So that was the original roguetrader Marines.
So just bear with me. What I'm going to do
with the white metal bike.
I'll stop this. Ooh, like that. I'm going to try and get
reversed it.
Reverse. Casper slide 2.
That's it right there.
There we go.
And then you've got the first plastic, like second edition type Marines with the what's the armor? Mark 7?
Yeah.
Is it Mark 7? Mark 6 is the
There
beakies.
we are. There's that one.
See how much bigger that plastic one is.
And that's not perspective.
And then if you compare it with more new Primaris
and we
size.
got one here. It's unpainted, but we got one here. I'm going to stick it here. Look at the size of that.
That's the difference in scales, isn't it? It's incredible, isn't it?
It's like mega, isn't it? Like huge, you know? I wonder if we can get them to now start. Here we go. There we go.
So obviously, as you can see, the bike is painted up Space Halls. I do have a little Space Hall squad of those second edition. So you had he's all completely plastic.
Yeah.
On the bike,
right?
But the figures generally were then, if everyone remembers, they were white metal bodies.
Yeah.
So it was basically legs, body, and a head most of the time.
Yeah.
With no arms, they're like little stumps, and you stuck various plastic arms on them, basically.
Yeah, that's cool.
So there was a whole.
We're going to get them off of there before they all collapse off.
Yeah.
I'll get them on there. Yeah. What have we got next, then, mate? What else in there?
Well, so there you go. Look, there's the. Just flip the page, still on the same 40K.
So this is that. Yeah. So this is the bit. This is the first time people would have actually gone, "Ooh, what's Warhammer 40K?"
I remember looking at this and going, "Oh my god, I need to buy this. I have to go to this show to buy this." And that was the first time I'd been to any of those. I mean, like I say, I think I was 13 still. Yeah. I believe I was about 13.
There you go. Sorry, I was going to the top view there.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's the classic. That's the picture off the Space Marine box set.
This is what you would have gone and bought on the day.
Yeah, basically. I think it was 30 Space Marines.
Yeah,
you got in a set. Does it have the price on here? Yeah. So the Warhammer 40K book was $14.95. The Space Marine box set was $9.95, and the Space Orc Raiders, which are all white metal, was also $9.95. But you got slightly less. And there's that trooper that we've just we showed earlier.
Yeah.
And there's like they're the two. I think he's the captain, and then these are like the two like lieutenants, and then the rest of them are all troopers. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't find that box set anymore.
But it's real interesting how nowadays it's sort of you get probably more orcs to what I think you do. Let me know, or is it now about maybe model count to what you get money wise? You know, sometimes with the guards you'll get more to the. I can't remember.
Just because they're smaller miniatures. There's some other great pictures of them. There's So, there we go. For instance, those two Marines are, well, one of them's right there.
Yeah.
Which is that one? Oh, the medic. There's the medic. Look.
Hang on.
Even in a really bad attempt at painting him.
Let's get that on there. So this green one, which
is that top corner one?
That one there. Hang on. Let's get that on there.
And that green, weird coloured green is off the original Citadel paint set, which I've still got most of those, and most of them are actually still good paints. They still actually are okay. Yeah.
Oil
I've got no, they're acrylics.
Really?
Yeah, the original Citadel paint sets. You had the Army paint set, the Creature paint set, and the Expert paint set.
Okay.
I definitely had the Creature one. I can't remember the others, but the Creature paint set. I've probably got 10 or 11 of the various colours. They're just plain pots that are actually still usable.
Yeah.
But when they changed them later on to those like weird hexagonal pots, I've got a load of those, and they're all completely dried up.
I'm trying to work out what this looks like.
I think he was like a
communication
officer Orinoco.
He's got
some of these names, yeah. The other guy is
helmet.
Brother A Skull, because he's got a skull helmet. Funny that.
Because they all had names.
Yeah. Brother Marine Quiff, because he literally has got a quiff. I do, and the Assault Marine with Chainsword. I've definitely got those, but I'm not quite sure where.
They really sort of so they pretty much started it off with everything was pretty much a character, really. The idea.
They gave names. Look at all the orcs have all got names. My microphone off.
It wasn't really sort of originally. It probably wasn't designed as a massive loads of miniature game by the look of it. Originally,
no. I mean, we used to play with like. I think I've got.
Sorry, let's go to the top screen again. Sorry, guys.
We're
talking about these ones here. I had it on the display one. So you got Brother A Skull here, Brother Lee. Is that Lehman?
Yeah, and then Communication Officer Orinoco, which is the one on the turntable at the moment.
Brother Stalker.
Yeah, there's some strange names. Strange names. Yeah, but it might be in here with the orc, so it might be a later on. This is from Golden Demon now on this page. So this. All this and first national figure painting championships.
Okay.
1987 Golden Demons.
First ever one.
Now they did do that was amazing. They did do a book that showed everything from in that. It was a hardback.
Yeah.
It was like £9.95 or something.
Right. Yeah.
And I own that book somewhere. I tried to replace it because I can't find it. I'm not paying £250 for it, I'm afraid. So hopefully I will find it, because I looked through that so many times, because the inspirational stuff, like this undead diorama here, and that you can't see it here, but it's actually it was in a massive goblet. It was incredible, really? Yeah. And I poured over the pictures of the stuff, the entries. And there's just a few of them in here from it, and they're just amazing. Oh, there's a slightly bigger picture of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, incredible stuff. But that was the very first Golden Demon. There we go. The first Slayer Sword winner. Who was that? Brian Moore.
Yeah, Brian Moore.
I wonder if Brian's still about.
About. That's really cool.
So I've got a couple of marks in here, so there must be something else.
Lee went through a little while ago, marking up the pages just to get some sort of key areas.
Look at that.
Trying to keep a little bit on track.
There we go.
Look at that. I mean, that dude.
There's
looks
the
like
Marines, the squats.
He-Man or, something like that.
His name's Thrall, apparently.
Yeah, cool.
I think this is our first two articles on. Oh, so here we go. So this was the start of the Blanche Heavy Metal.
I love the photos of the crew, the team, and that.
Anybody? I can't remember. Is that Jez Goodwin? I can't remember. I did used to know them, but by face, but I can't remember who they are these days. But yeah, the squats, always great characters. Here we go. Walther 12 bore, Smoothbore Sten, and Gat Gunslinger.
Nice. I like it.
That's classic.
Colt Stoner.
Classic names.
That's really cool.
Colt Stoner, yeah, amazing. Isn't it? That's the back of a very young John Blanche's head there.
Is it?
It is, yeah. That might be who that is, actually. I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. That's definitely John Blanche. I can't remember. I want to say Jez Goodwin, but I don't know. I could be guessing. It probably says it somewhere in the article.
Blanche.
That was the start of it. Yeah.
He's slapping on the paint.
And this is literally talking about putting how you do your undercoat, your flat colour, ink wash, linings, highlightings.
How on earth?
Doing the base colour, flock base, paint
you
flock.
Learn to paint from that.
That's amazing, isn't it? But you did. And here's the colours. Look at that colour range.
Yeah.
That was it.
Dark blue, mid
Incredible.
blue, bronze.
I know, Games Day 87. That might have been the one where it was launched at. I can't quite remember.
Someone tell us if you
£2
know.
entry on the day.
Bargain, isn't it?
Could you imagine going to one of those today? I mean, someone tell us how much they were. The classic Illuminations artwork. That was always a good piece in here as well. Fantastic old school artwork, pencil. I was always a big fan of pen. This is the kind of stuff that I used to do a lot of. Always was my favourite medium.
Really cool tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, look, we talked about the Orc's Nest, and there's the original advert for the Orc's Nest, and it's still there. I did go in it 3 or 4 years ago when I was working down in London.
I'm going to put a link in the description for the Orc Nest. Don't know what the shop's like, don't know what people like, but I'm going to put a link in there because we've discussed it, and it still is surviving there. So hats off to them. Yeah.
So this one, I think I quite pulled these out. And I also have. So this is issue 94. So this is the one after the launch of 40k.
Yeah.
So let's just quick glance in the front.
This is just after everything's landed.
Talisman, dungeon characters, mercenaries for more.
But by now it's like, 40k. Where's the 40k?
Yeah, it does pretty much. It is like that. So, you got classic Thread the Barbarian still going.
Yeah, that's it.
Again, Carl Critchlow drawing himself into the cartoon every time. Love it. There we go. What's that one? That was that one. And then that one must be. Oh, here we go. So, miniatures.
Look at all those
new miniatures again. Still ordering on. He said online then.
Yeah.
Still ordering on the piece of paper and the stamped addressed envelope.
Yeah.
So you've obviously got your kind of more your Warhammer Fantasy, all these sort of knights, militia, town militia.
Yeah.
I mean, these would all be great figures to do now when they into the old world stuff, which is really what there is a revamp of these.
Yeah.
More orcs and space elves, as they were still called then.
Yeah, which was Eldar.
Yeah, and so certainly that one, and some of these. I remember that the Shuriken. There's a few Eldar. Here we go. Here's a few Eldar. If you want to look at some old school Eldars, again, my 16-year-old paint jobs.
Look at them. Let's get some of these. This is for the Eldari fans. For old Rom, Patreon guy.
You got to have those two. These two are quite apt because it's the 250th anniversary.
Right,
that's the start of the US. I have no idea why I painted them that way. But
here we are.
There we go.
There's Captain America in the
Captain Great Britain.
Look at them. And then we've got this dude here, which I reckon is probably a fire dragon, maybe. The size of them are pretty much the same size what they are now, those Eldari.
They're not too different, because always quite tall and skinny, weren't they? With those weird tall helmets.
Haven't changed. I don't think they've changed.
You think they're actually bigger than Space Marines?
They are there, but they're not. Yeah.
I mean, there's a classic. That's a classic.
Yeah.
I think apparently quite a rare metal Space Marine now, and he's not really any bigger than them.
No.
No. And then
but
the Harlequin, one of the early Harlequins.
But I mean, it is quite interesting how that hasn't changed much in design at all. Really interesting. That just shows.
Yeah, they haven't. I mean, they've
timeless,
just
really. I mean, they're
embellished, really, haven't they? These days, they're amazing figures.
Yeah. That one. That one. Hang on. And this is a Harlequin.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. You can tell for sure. The hair. I mean, it's got a proper 80s punk.
It is a very 80s, early 90s vibe to it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
That is. It's got Tina Turner over that. Isn't it? You know?
It is. It is of that era, isn't it?
100%. Definitely. I can imagine I go, ow! Look at that. That's cool.
So then what's this next bit? Oh, the gem. So more pictures of the Eldars.
Yeah.
Painted, but space dwarves. Look at these. It's just amazing.
They've got some really cool names and all, haven't they?
Colt Stoner, Roth Bergman, Lewis Gunn, Barry Schmeiser. One of my favourite. Oh, Barry Schmeiser used to sell windows in the 80s. Lee Hotchkiss. I mean, just Mauser von Dries. He was always my favourite.
Nice.
And I do have that figure somewhere, but I haven't yet found him. Gal von Benko. He's the one with the AK-47 we saw earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, just amazing figures. Look at
Craig
that. Craig Jorgensen. Now, one of these, which one? Oh, Colt Stoner.
Yeah.
If you look closely at his face, if you could see that close. Now, if you want to just pop that customized Space Marine of mine there from my Howling Griffins squad.
Hang on. I can see a little bit of something.
I remember being very proud of this conversion.
Hang on.
Now, all I think is I ruined a really cool squat. But that's what a Space Marine commander should look like.
Yeah.
With his shades on and a beard.
I like it.
Yeah. And even put his helmet on the floor. Like.
Yes, he doesn't want a helmet. No way.
Yeah, I mean, space dwarves are just the coolest, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they were space dwarves, they're not squats.
Yeah.
At some point. And
yeah,
it was
Votan
5 of
now.
them for £2.50 in a blister pack.
I mean, yeah, they'll be Votan now, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some squats. I've just remembered one of the. I mean, Games Workshop classic like randomness. You know, where is it? I've seen it. It's in here somewhere.
Look at this.
Where is he? Where is he? Oh, I know he's in here because I've seen.
This has been the first time they started talking about. Let's go to the top screen on that one, guys. So, first time I suppose you started looking at weapon profiles.
Yeah, because as we used to build a squad,
yeah,
that is actually, you know, you would put the weapon that.
Okay, guys, we are back on, and apologies, everyone. Everything crashed. If you're watching this at a later date, then you probably won't see a difference. You'll just see us have a little bit quiet going on. So I'm just sorting out the mics. Everything's there. I think we're good to go. Let's just crack on. Lee, right then, we are back, and hopefully we're not going to crash again. So
no, hopefully not.
So let's just get this back up to here. Bear with me, everyone. I'm going to do that there. No, we're getting there. You carry on talking, Lee.
So we were talking about the classic squats or space drawers as they were still called.
Yeah.
And just the great names: Craig Jorgensen, Blish Browning, Koch Wesson, Luger Gerlich, Barry Schmeiser, my favourite, because he just sounds like a window salesman from the 90s. Yeah, Lewis Gunn. And in fact, I've just had a look in the interim. So Lewis Gunn and Enfield Chambers have actually got here. So you got Lewis Gunn down here. I think you're not in focus there.
Yeah, I'm on it. You carry on, buddy.
And then
guys, I'm getting there.
Enfield Chambers here. Let me just put them onto the rotating base if I can. Oh.
Just getting everything back into focus,
Just,
guys. Everything's just gone.
Technology.
And this is
get the tech priest out quick.
Yeah.
Tech priest number 3, please. Now this servo skull. Wakey, you're not doing your job, mate.
Yeah. We'll get that sharpness. There we go.
Yeah, so we got Lewis Gunn and Enfield Chambers are currently doing the rotation thing over there. You can have a quick look at them, unpainted in their little white metal glory.
We're just because that's all gone out of focus, obviously too.
Yeah.
So we're getting there at the moment.
Right, somebody shoot Tech Priest number 4. Bring out Tech Priest number 5.
Just focus on. It's like gone. Everything's gone. Like all the lighting's gone.
Oh, my hand's really nicely in focus.
Yeah. It's like it's like so bright. It's unreal.
That's good. People can see it.
Right. Let's just switch over there.
And then we'll flick to the next issue. There we go. Look at that.
All right, we're getting back on there now.
Lewis Gunn and Enfield Chambers.
That's so cool. And then we're just going to see. We're just trying to sharpen that up a little bit very quickly.
It's like watching TV in the 80s, actually.
I think because
And it's Wednesday night. I'm just waiting for the Dallas theme tune.
I got a feeling because it's lit.
It's got a bit of shine to it.
It's going to struggle a little bit on there.
It probably is. In fact, there's the one at the back is coming into focus.
Yeah.
Ironically. There we go. It's got the one in front. Now you go. That's perfect.
Right.
Now.
Okay. Cool.
Lovely.
We are back, and I'm really sorry about that, but we are good, and thank you. If you did manage to hang on, thank you very much.
We were talking about squats. You need to put this is like the greatest squat. So obviously there was a whole biker theme, mainly because I believe most of the Games Workshop shop staff rode motorbikes.
Yeah,
especially John was famous for riding a Harley, and one of the squat bikers, which is sadly the only one that I still actually have. If he'll stand on there, I can't do it.
I'll be there in a minute because I've just got to get my stream.
I reach round, I can't quite see.
Sorry,
that's what the bishop said to the actress.
Hi, Alex. Sorry, we've had a bit of a technical issue.
Oh, he's not going to stand
I'm sure you're not new to that side of it. It did exactly the same as what it did to you and me, mate. But we are getting there, and I'm just now trying to get my stream deck up and running. Can you tell me if that stream deck is lighting up near you, mate?
It is indeed.
Brilliant. Okay, we are now.
It is a go.
Going there, and we just.
The eagle has landed.
Okay, right. We are back, and we'll get back into a flow of things. Cool. Right.
Let's swipe these two off.
Yeah. Hi, Alex. Thanks for joining in. We just had everything crashed out, but we're back. We're back. Right. Okay. So where are we? Top bit there. And then
we're going to go on to the issues now.
Cool.
We're talking about squats and bikers. That's the most famous squat biker.
Okay.
It's basically John Blanche.
Right.
Which is just a really cool
figure. Is. I mean, especially with the really sad news. I mean, didn't even know this existed. But here is John Blanche on a motorbike. That is, as a squat, basically.
Yeah, they did a whole bike gang.
He's just fallen over.
It's in one of these issues. Oh no, yeah.
No, we don't want that. Get back on there. I wonder if we can try. Is he going to balance it?
Unfortunately, he's not on a base.
No, what we're going to do? We're going to freeze him then. Right, come on, stop. Here we go. Here we go. Come here, Mr. Blanche.
There you go. Look at that.
There we go.
Terrible paint job.
Look at that.
But I was probably about 16 when I did it.
Yes, sir. The fact some of these are old and still not painted means I don't hold out hope for some of my pile of shame.
Fair. I have started to paint some of my old ones. Only about 40 years later, whatever it is. Yeah, I am slowly getting through them, but
that's quite funny. I like that.
I don't think we'll ever get through the grey pile. No, it's not even a grey pile of shame; it's a shiny metal pile of shame for me.
So okay, what you if you watch back, we've had a look at the magazine where Warhammer was first mentioned, wasn't it? Basically,
yep.
We've done that.
So, Warhammer 40k was launched.
It was that one there very quickly.
Issue 93 in September of 1987.
It was that one there. All right, so there's a quick recap. But we're now on to.
We're now going to go. So we looked at squats, and we're now going to move on to issue 98.
Issue 98 here.
February 1988. Look, already it's promoting Chapter Approved, which again is another one of those books I've yet to find. I've got it, and I do know the spine's fallen apart because they weren't made very well back then.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'll just have a look online because it's an introductory price of $4.99 when you buy it.
That's really good.
Which is what I might have paid for it. I probably did pay that for it. But I looked to replace it online and it's about £200. So that will have to wait and hopefully it will surface at some point.
Let's try and make that a little bit less bright, guys. Because there we go.
That's probably good now.
Is
that camera moved?
I think everything just decided to play up.
Camera move.
That's fine. We're all right. We're good.
We can see.
If this crashes again, I'm really sorry, everyone.
So what have we got in this issue? I've again highlighted some little gems in it.
So in the early editions, there was a real mixed bag of bits and pieces, wasn't it? And now as we get in, now that 40k has been released, it's pure.
Yeah,
not pure 4K. There's a lot of.
I mean, you got to think this issue. There's obviously promoting all the chapter approved articles that are in 40k. They put together in one book at this point. you've still got things like Talisman Timescape is still selling.
Yeah.
You know, the chapter approved books. There's an article on books. Culture Shock is still in there talking about other stuff.
Yeah. So they're still promoting other
Critical
bits and
Mass
pieces,
talked
yeah.
about various books and other stuff coming out. Dungeon Quest for Talisman.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
that stuff is still going on, but obviously 40k and Warhammer Fantasy is still, you know, it's becoming more prominent, particularly 40k.
Yeah,
So here we go.
right.
I mean, this issue, Chapter Approved, is actually about the origins of Space Marines.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, you're right. When you look back on the price, it does make you cry now.
Oh, £1.95 for an Ogren, or £2.50 for a set of the Imperial Commander, which later we all became known as Calgar.
There we are. There is Calgar, the first miniature, I would say, of Calgar. And always
as far as I know, that is the first one. And again, the most annoying thing is when I look at this and I know, well, I've got him somewhere, which means I probably don't have him anymore.
Calgar now.
I mean, that's a great. Look at that. That's a space film. I mean, let's just move that slightly into shot there. Look at that.
Calgar must be a 20-odd quid model, I think now.
Yeah, and I have got a random.
That is in shot, by the way, Lee. It's just cut off on our screen. So okay.
There's a random
Let's have a look.
Homemade painted Calgar from the original Rogue Trader Marines.
We'll get what we're going to do. We're going to get an old Ultramarine dude on here. You say, is it Calgar? It does. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't known as Calgar then, but he's basically one of the original Space Marines done as a Space Marine commander from the Rogue Trader stuff.
Here he is. At the moment, it looks like he's taking a dump.
It's like his weird arm. The only way I could get it to put the helmet under his arm. They were very limited on how you could pose them back in the day. He does look like he's about to crack one out, doesn't he?
Well, not with that power.
He's like, he's doing power squats.
Oh, crack one as
power squats or power yeah, classic. But talking about old Marines, so I've just come to this article, and this is 98. I mean, go back to just show that top shot of this. This was one of my favourite covers for White Dwarf.
Yeah,
hang on, such a good picture.
Here we go.
Such a good picture. Look at that. I just love that artwork.
Yeah, that is good.
And it's probably, if we look carefully, it's got somebody's signature on the bottom, but I can't quite read it.
Let's have a little look.
Back when they were still letting artists put their signatures on work.
David something. I can't.
Somebody will probably know who it is.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not looking at the chat. Look at this.
He's cool. Yes. Let's have a quick look at him again. There we are. So was that Calgar's head that you used? Because it looks very similar. Or did you find another?
So in the original Rogue Trader Marine box sets,
remember
those Marines like the one on the bike in that weird blue plastic that's really strange. That's the commander's head. You either had beaky helmets or the commander's head.
Like that. I mean,
it does.
It's the same head, isn't it?
It's basically it is. Where is that picture? I've just skimmed past the illuminations bit. There's more great artwork.
We've got somewhere else now. Sounded good, brilliant. It was just him. Okay, it's cool. But I'm not surprised if something is going wrong, and it might go again.
So this article, here we go. So where did that this commander guy? So in this Index Astartes, very early on, they talk about the Mentor Legion. I mean, how many people know or talk about that these days? The Mentor Legion. So is that
is that a Space Marine?
Yeah. So I think in the lore in here, from what I remember, was they're like the training cadre chapter or something. They're a 26th founding chapter.
On lore.
Previously belonged to the Star Scorpions. The latter a chapter of the 25th founding. Blah 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 blah.
Here we go. Just in time for the Mentor Legion. Absolutely my favourite Legion. There you go.
There we go. Perfect.
So tell us more. Quick, put it in the chat. Who are they?
Because I don't want to read it. So, in fact, I did see in here. Oh, sorry, dude. Because he does have. You guys are gonna love this. This is so.
Look at him, half like naked, ready for war. Like weird.
One of these. I've seen it. I've just seen it in. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Have you got one?
So that if you bring up that commander, he's
Oh, okay. Hang on.
him. So he did have
Here we
stuck on him a back banner that I made. So it's not stuck on him anymore. It has been for a long time.
Hang on, I don't know if I'm going to be able to balance that.
Just lean it against him or something. But yeah, he even had a back banner, as was the fad in those days.
Oh, it might stay there. It might stay there.
There we go. But
Let's
he's,
wait,
I think apparently he's one of the quite collectible white metal ones.
I'm going to have to read up on the mentally.
Yeah, so it's
So I suppose that is what it is, isn't it? They're mentoring. Oh, here are tech, marine, and new equipment and prototypes.
Oh, right, yeah, that sounds
okay. Cool.
That's what I remember from them. Yeah,
the little banner came down.
So,
Let's see if I can hold it.
Little hand painted banner I did for him. Look, even battle worn.
That's pretty cool. I love it. Love it.
So yeah, good stuff. And then what else was in this issue? Let's have a look.
Let's go to the top one, guys.
Oh, this is where we get. So we got obviously heavy metal. Let's backtrack there. So you got monitor. Look at that. Very young looking John Blanche there. The master of Blanchitsu.
I can't get the art.
Oh, here we go. There's the Calgar.
Yes.
Well, he wasn't called Calgar, then.
No.
Does it say it? No. It's Mike McVeigh. Most of those are painted by Mike McVeigh.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But that did turn out. I mean,
Vermeers. Anybody remember Vermeers?
No.
No, that was a D&D thing originally, I think.
Was it?
Yeah,
you have got another strange looking thing on here, haven't you?
Oh yeah. So this is. There will be one of these has got a picture of him. So yeah. The original Zotes was another one. Which
now I think I saw, guys, and girls. I think I saw something about Zotes. They're going to. I'm sure I saw something only a few weeks back. They were going to bring out some Zotes, redo the things. But here we go. Here's an original one. Look at that. Huge metal kit. What's that? What's that one you're talking about, bud?
Yeah, that is. He's a hefty.
That one you're talking about, then
yeah, I think if I remember rightly, it's basically like his forelegs and his body, and then his waist up is stuck on top. It's like a two part.
Yeah,
I think, and I believe
that was a 40k model, was it?
Yes, yeah. It was. There was like 3 or 4 of them, I believe.
Were they part of like Imperial Guard or something? Were they doing?
No, the Zotes were some alien species. No, they were connected with Tyranids, the early Tyranids.
Oh, okay.
And if you look at his gun,
yeah,
it's a kind of a Tyranid type.
Tyrannid, fugitives, turned diplomat. Okay, cool, man.
Well done.
There you are.
There you go.
We have.
Yeah.
We have
and then,
someone on here who knows this shit.
If you want to switch him out for him, there's ironically on the next page of this heavy metal, I think selection of figures painted by Sid, Mike McVeigh, and Paul Benson. Talking about back banners, but the 2 original dreadnoughts, and there is my original dreadnought.
Look at that bad boy.
Look at the battle debris, a bit of cocktail sticks stuck in a bit of milliput on the base.
Love it.
Classic 40k.
So this was the first dreadnoughts coming out for
that
40K.
was that was
Space Marine ones, are they?
Yep.
Yeah.
So these are the dreadnoughts, and there was 3 because I think that's not actually the same one because this one is the same body, but he's got the short legs.
Okay. Yeah.
They did 2 short leg and a long leg, I believe.
Right.
I didn't know at the time, but subsequently found out, and obviously clearly he's the longer legged one.
That's cool.
And that's when it used to just be Space Marines would climb in it to use it as like battle armor, bit battle tech,
okay.
rather than being the sarcophagus thing.
Yeah.
That it became.
Yeah.
Look, we're talking about Tina Turner hair earlier on the Eldar. Look at that one. That's a classic.
I have brought out
Absolutely
some more
blinding.
pretty punk sort of hairdos on the course.
To me, is the whole part of Games Workshop and Sit-On Witches at the time in this era of the late 80s to probably I say mid 90s, maybe late 90s, and I kind of came away by the mid to late 90s for a while. But it's the sense of humour. It's like it is like we all are a bunch of lads together.
Yeah,
let's make that funny or some innuendo or it's
definitely. But and because
smiley face on the ankle. Yeah. Have you noticed where the vent is? It says vent. Just in case you didn't know.
What's that on the
on the dreadnought?
Hang on, here you go. We'll go back to it. We'll leave that on while we're gassing, guys, and that. Yeah.
That's I completely didn't even notice that the smiley face on the ankle. I don't even remember putting that on.
A little tat on the ankle, is it?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So right, let me pull out some of these. I've pulled out a couple of other classics. So this is we're jumping all over the place for issues here. Oh, this is issue 97.
Yeah.
But the reason I saved it because Index Astartes, part of the chapter approved bit, Ultramarines.
Oh,
It's where the
boys in-
Ultramarines were
boys
first
in
shown,
grey.
and there you go. Look at
There
that.
he is sitting
We
on
looked at the
toilet.
miniature.
I mean,
yeah.
he literally looks like he's taking a dump.
He does look like he's having a dump. Yeah. Marnia squeezing one out. I like the Tyranids in the background. Look,
Oh, yeah.
one is using as a notepad holder.
Yeah.
Quite handy.
It's quite.
I must get myself one of those.
Yeah.
And there's
There's a notepad holder.
great little artwork.
So this is
there,
where
look.
you started getting some, some lore maybe, and also really, and
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But each chapter, they
The
started to do
codex.
different chapters. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing. Chapter approved. It covered
Yeah.
different chapters.
Yeah.
Their stats, specs. I mean,
Yeah.
psychers. You were still talking about psychers and stuff back here.
And explaining sort of stuff here. Metal staff are regular.
So this is where he was actually
surgeons.
called Marnius Kalgar for the first time. Look.
Yes.
Then you had Lieutenant Commander Charlie. I mean, yeah, that's politically correct these days, isn't it? I mean, look at him. Look. Hello? You want fried rice? You know, it's like
yeah, there's a
terrible.
few
What
sort of
have we got
issues
here?
there, not there?
Chief Liberian Astropath Ilian Nasty is what it looks like to me. Hullum Singer. I mean, Takachow. I mean, what?
Masters of the Ships Christio Columbine.
Some of the names are amazing. Aren't
Yeah. I guess that's
Just,
Christopher
here we go.
Columbus.
Look at these. Look, original Road Trader plastic Marines painted up. Oh, rocket launcher guys just reminded me. Where is it? I've just seen that.
this
somewhere.
is a box of just like
Look at
never-ending-
that.
Yes.
Road Trader
Hang on.
classic. The classic rocket launcher. If you're not using that rocket launcher, you're not playing 40k.
Hang on. Here we go. We're gonna go Bosch. There it is.
Look at that.
That is pretty cool. I love it. Like all the ammo on the top there.
Yeah, no, I remember when it
Even
first
on his
came out,
leg.
we weren't really sure which way round the rocket launcher was meant to go. Because it
Really?
looks like the weird fin thing at the back should actually be the rocket.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's I don't quite know what the point of that is, but you know.
I see what you mean.
It's like,
Yes.
I think it goes that way. So what else is that one? This one's got look, heavy weapons doors. Now, I didn't bring any of my painted miniatures today, unfortunately, but
no.
Gunner Keith is the guy I did with the heavy.
I
plasma
think
gunner.
someone is redoing them at that. You know, we went to Salute, and
Oh, the
and there was a
Arcanauts
dude-
guy.
yeah,
doing
he
some,
was
like,
doing,
new old school
and they're
style.
all in the old
ones, yeah.
style boxes too.
Yeah.
He was sold
The
out.
blister packs. Yeah.
Really
yeah,
cool.
Yeah. They are, again, pack of 5, £2.50. Jesus Christ, it's 50p a figure. Which, when I was buying them in the late 80s in the single figure blister
That's-
packs, you were paid about 40p a
That's
figure.
like a 40 quid box now. 38.
Yeah, for 5 figures. Yeah, it probably is, isn't it?
It is.
And that's white
It
metal,
is.
not plastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then so this one, look at this. It's got the original Imperial Army, guys. I mean, look
So
at these
this
figures.
is the Astra Militarum, the
Yeah.
Imperial Guard.
Well, it's called
basically,
Imperial
the
Army back then.
Imperial Army. Yeah.
I mean, again, the classic Imperial Army, like armor and figures,
Yeah.
but again, names. Sniper Lang,
Yeah.
and it's what's his name from Enemy at the Gates, isn't it?
Yes.
Even though
it
that
is,
came
yeah.
out after this,
Yeah. Yeah.
But, Ed Harris, that was it.
Scout Trooper Pank.
Trooper Morris, Trooper Harrison, Trooper Jones.
Trooper Chow. Yeah, some
Just
interesting
classic.
names, isn't there?
And of course, the jet cycles.
Look at that. I mean,
You
he's
got-
literally.
So you
ju-
use
like,
your Rogue Trader Marine,
It looks like he's sitting just on a missile.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Like,
2 jet cycles, £2.50.
have you got that? No.
2 jet cycles, £2.50.
Oh, hang on, guys. He's got the little old jet cycles here.
If you find that one that was on the
The
bike, he'll
motorbike
stand on
dude.
him. He'll stand on it.
Hang on.
They're made, even though the Road Trader Marine's
one.
legs were all like weird.
Like that.
Yeah.
Can I get it to balance is the thing, though, everyone. I don't know. Can I get it balance? Oh, I don't know. Might have to.
Oh, that's
wrestle
close enough.
This.
He's doing a left bank.
So this would be on a. You would get a clear base with it, basically.
Yeah, you had what
Wouldn't you?
do they call him? A flying base? What do we
Which
call
is
it
here.
nowadays?
Here, like
Yeah.
that. And there
Which
it is.
I haven't seen any of them about for a long time. I'm not sure where I might have. I mean, look,
There is another
Christmas
one.
Marines.
There is another one here, and I'll hold it up like that. So maybe, there we are.
There you go.
There we are. That's what it looks like.
Bolter on each side.
But yeah, it's
I think they're like wing things. Are meant to be las guns. I think
Yeah.
is what they were. But yeah,
pretty cool.
white metal. 2 of them, £2.50.
That's honestly. But I suppose it's all retrospective, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Everything's more expensive these days, that's for sure. Then there's that great dragon we talked about in one of the earlier episodes. He's an actor in dragons, the travelling players. This is obviously for, I guess, for Warhammer Fantasy, isn't it? Basically, wow.
The boss. That's it. I like it. Now you've got a dragon from the fantasy side, haven't you? I think?
Yeah, but it's not actually a.
It's
So
something else, isn't it? But yeah, sorry.
Just check there was nothing. I think that was elven animal keepers. Bugman's cart. There you go.
You guys.
That's when Bugman was still working out of a cart rather than a restaurant.
There's a guy on Patreon that has great work, Mr. Big Tong.
Is that something we want to Google?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll leave that off.
I might get in trouble if I start Googling Mr. Big Tom. Obviously, they were still doing really cool dragons.
Yeah.
Stuff like that then, which are good.
How big dragon
a dragon ogre. I mean, what is a dragon ogre? Oh, it's the back end of a dragon with an ogre's body and head.
How big do you reckon that was? Like that? Some of them?
Some they were. Some of them are bigger than others.
Yeah, that's actually,
I remember the Serpentine one. I don't know. They probably.
I remember having
Actually, to be fair, most of the time these pictures were pretty much to scale. So,
Really?
like when they showed them like this with the figures, they were always to scale, so you could see how big they were. So they were pretty much, to my hand, you can see the kind of size.
I mean, I remember getting me and my brother getting we were into Warhammer obviously, and as kids and that, and he had a demon prince that had wings and that was a white metal. And I remember us having such an issue as kids trying to get the wings glued because it was just because they were so heavy and it was.
Where is that dragon? Is he down the front there somewhere?
No, it's just there.
Oh, he's over there. So the old super glue, everything falls apart. So that is actually a grenadier model. Heavy leather.
Is it lead?
Yeah, it's all lead, and the wings are lead. And one of the wing actually fell off before I came in. I had to glue
it
back on.
Hang on.
So
look at
that was one of the
how cool is that
dragons from Grenadier models, which I've got the 1991 catalogue here, which cost me 50p.
We'll go to that in a sec.
Yeah.
Hang on, look. Needed a pin vice or risk the effects of gravity. Yeah, definitely. I think I definitely struggled as a kid when I was trying to do some of this stuff. But let's go to the top.
Yeah, so that dragon, that was it. The Grenadier miniatures.
1991.
So 1991.
I was just starting high school.
Exactly.
Well, no, I wasn't. 92 or something. I was still at primary.
Well, I was leaving high school in 1991. Yeah. So you obviously, Citadel were, as they still are, really. Let's face it, the pinnacle, aren't they, of the figure world?
Yeah.
Grenadier miniatures was a big one. Foundry miniatures, more historical stuff, but a lot of other fantasy as well. But and Denizen miniatures was another real big one. Denizen used to buy a lot of those, and I've got a number of Denizen miniatures still as well. They were very, very finely made. I mean, I've got a little elven archer.
Yeah.
I bought her because she's hot. I've lost her hand, and it is the tiniest thing you've ever seen in your life. I can remember trying to paint it and then kind of giving up, to be fair. Where is she? I thought I saw her in here somewhere.
I mean, and definitely, like you say about hot, there was a lot more sort of like the models are a little bit more risque, weren't they?
Let's face it, it's aimed at teenage boys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
So I think it's in here somewhere. Oh, there she is. I did kind of paint her, but I've lost her hand. Had her bow in it. Look how tiny that is.
Oh my!
Hold it in front of the camera to see how small it is,
guys. Hang on, I'm gonna slip. And look, very quickly.
So Denizen miniatures made really fine quality, lead miniatures.
I'm trying to see if I can try.
Super tiny. You could probably put her on there.
I wonder.
But it's good to have your finger for scale because she's absolutely tiny. Like,
hang on. I don't. Hang on, let's just see
Excuse
if we
me.
can try and get that. She is tiny. She is the Madonna with the big boobies. Look at that.
And she should have a right hand has a little bow in it,
Yeah,
but that's got lost.
yeah, that's really cool. Just put her on there.
Yeah, put her on the
But that
pedestal.
is tiny.
It is. I mean, well, there you go. There's an old school Space Marine,
Oh, there you are.
white lead one. He's the chaplain.
There you are. Just for a little bit of comparison, guys.
And we know how small the white metal
Yeah,
Space Marines are compared with everything else today.
yeah, really cool. So, what have we got
Yeah,
here?
so back
then?
from the top. So yeah, so the dragon. Obviously, that was the actual dragon.
Yeah,
And he came with like a sorceress, but
yeah.
I don't remember
Very
where she's gone. But
Conan the Barbarian sorcerer.
yeah, everything was in those days. You
Yeah.
know, wide range of fantasy personalities which you'd
Yeah.
use for your D&D, and well, you'd substitute them in for Warhammer Fantasy because obviously in those days you just use whatever
Yeah.
figures you wanted for whatever game you played. Massive range of figures, like great orcs, ogres,
Some pretty cool stuff there still. like-
skeletons. You know, just really great stuff.
yeah, they're the old.
And I don't know for sure, but I think what are they called? What's the company that bought the rights to a lot of the early games? They still make some of the early Games Workshop stuff, don't they? The fantasy stuff. They had the licenses.
Oh, we saw them at Salute,
yeah,
didn't
I
we?
forgot what
And
they're
they,
called.
they even had the paints, didn't they?
They're in Lincoln. Is it Lincolnshire? Foundry. Is it
Yes,
uh,
it was. It's
Foundry?
Foundry.
Foundry,
Yeah,
whatever they're called.
yeah. Well done.
They've got a massive shop. Well, I say shop, but it is a shop.
Yeah.
But they've actually, I looked up online. We really should have a trip out there because
Yeah.
it's you go in and they've got every figure they've ever made all in cabinets. So you
Really?
can actually look at them all. They'll
That's
take you
cool.
hours to look at them all, but
Yeah,
they're
but-
pretty cool.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's open like randomly, or you can ring up and say, "Oh, we want
Yeah.
to come and have a look." That'd be pretty cool to go and have a look. And it might be some of these
Sounds
might
like a
even be
date.
in their repertoire now. I don't know. I don't recall whatever happened to Grenadier Miniatures, but I've got a few of their figures still.
Yeah.
Marked,
I
but
bumped into.
weird range of
oh,
fancy stuff.
I was at a really random, but I was at a English Civil War reenactment battle thing only a few
Okay.
weeks ago, about a month ago, towards Alford. Really good show. However, there was a dude there selling just random bits and pieces, and in boxes, he had all Terry Pratchett Terry Pratchett lead little miniatures,
Okay.
and he's got the molds to them, and he's
Oh
been
wow.
all Terry Pratchett ones. And I bought, to be honest, I bought all the little I bought the little treasure chests and that.
Oh yeah, the traveller chest.
Yes,
votes,
I've
yeah,
got 5
great.
of those actually.
Really?
Yeah, in
Wow.
there, because I'm going to use them for those who play now 11 Warhammer. I'm going to use them for the objective bits and all the tokens basically, because the
Makes
looks
sense.
boring. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Back to this.
And then so the next issue I've got here, this is the 100th issue, so special anniversary issue, which is April 1988.
the
There
Titan.
you go. Yeah,
or they-
Eldar
No,
Dreadnoughts.
yeah, that's really cool. The
I
Wraith.
can't
I think there
remember.
might be Wraith Lords now. I think are they?
Something like that, maybe.
Banshee, Warcry, Demon.
Uh,
Really cool
flip
paint
through
scheme
some
too.
all my things have fell out of this one. So there I go. Look, Lord of the Rings, Uruk-hai orcs.
Yeah,
The first rendition of Lord of the Rings through Citadel Miniatures.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
And Highway Warriors, obviously talking about
Well,
Dark Future.
The
Amazing
Matchbox,
game.
using Matchbox
Yeah.
cars.
They did their
Yeah.
own, but obviously we just buy Matchbox and Hot Wheels.
Yeah,
Particularly Hot Wheels cars. If you wanted a cool muscle car, you need to buy Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Didn't you? And nowadays, do the same for Gaslands. Oh, look. I forgot I had this.
that's so cool.
Clearly, I never entered it, but this was a Shield and Banner competition.
And they never made it to them.
And it never made it.
could have
to 'em.
won.
I could have won.
You could have won.
What could have been.
It could have been. I think that could have been a winner too.
Look at that.
Games Workshop. If you're going to ever watch this, can you just please rejudge this?
A slightly unscented eagle. And I don't know quite why he's got a battle-torn Japanese flag. I don't recall my thoughts behind it at the time.
No, I think it's quite cool.
But yeah. Paul Bonner,
Yeah.
one of my favourite artists, Paul Bonner art. He did some amazing art for Games Workshop back in the day. Well, for lots of different things. Actually, as I said to you earlier, I've just managed to get a framed print of one of my favourite pieces.
Yeah.
From his, I forget what the range is called. It's like goblins in the forest.
Yes.
It was sort of like a Norse vibe. I forget what it was called that he did a whole load of pictures for, but he did a lot of. Oh, here we go. Oh, these are the Iron Claw squats. So these were done These are a different set of squats by Bob Ollie. That's the Bob Ollie ones.
Well, I think that these must be what the Votan aren't now, because they've got
More like
very
the
sort of
Votan now, yeah.
they've got spacesuit things going on. Got to be. What do you think, guys?
Oh my god! I don't know what this is. What's the? So obviously there's an adventure in here. For what is it? It's for. I didn't read it. Like pygmies and such. So this at this point they're still putting.
Curse of the
what is it
Mighty
for?
Tool.
Where's you written as competition event for Games Day '87? Press Adventures who produce. I don't know what was the game for. I don't know what the game is. And is it Curse the Mummies? Maybe it is.
It probably is.
Curse the
That,
Mummies
isn't it?
too. I don't know. Don't really know that.
Yeah.
Very cool artwork though, because Paul Bonner. I mean,
Yeah.
look at his snotlings and goblins. It's just
Yeah.
amazing. The best looking orcs and goblins ever by Paul Bonner. Just amazing stuff. I love his stuff. Oh, there's advertising expert paint set. Look.
Yeah.
And the original Skeleton Horde box set. Again, box set I had. I only ever painted about 2 of them.
Did you?
Where the box set is now, who knows? But
Have
it
you
would
got
be
the?
such a classic.
Did you have an undead with a chainmail on somewhere? Not one.
Oh,
I think you might have. But what
so
was that
we're
from?
talking about miniatures. So my little skeleton warrior. Now, where did I put him? Oh, where have I seen him? I
I'll
did
send
bring
Send
him.
him hunting now, everyone.
So yeah, because
I'll send
he
him now.
was.
Look at
he's-
the little dwarf gyrocopter on here. How cool
Is
is
he in
that?
here? Is he in here? No.
Which they do a gyrocopter in fantasy still, which is old world, isn't it? Yeah, fantasy. Yeah.
Where is it? I know
Pretty
he's here
cool.
somewhere because I put him in here.
Has anyone still got some of their old miniatures and bits and pieces? Be great to sort of, if you have, I've got, have a little look. We've got a Instagram page and everything else. If you're on Instagram, tag us in it and load it on Instagram if you want, and just tag us in it, or find me on there, message it to me. It would be great to see it, see what you got. There's some really cool, like some of this artwork is phenomenal. Really cool, just quite funny, like how they actually incorporated themselves actually in the artwork.
Well, that's really annoying because I don't know where he's gone. I was absolutely positive I put him in here, but no, I can't find him. So he's basically the very first figure I ever bought. He
Don't
doesn't
worry,
live in
mate.
here. He lives
Don't
elsewhere. But
worry.
that's a shame. I don't quite know what I've done with him.
Orc's Nest is back here again.
Oh yeah, that's the big one page ad. Look at
Yeah.
that. When was this? First birthday celebration.
16th of April.
It can't be right. First birthday celebration. This was, what year was this? 88. I'm sure the Orc's Nest was open
Why not,
pre
mate?
87. Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah. There you are.
I've been there a long time.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And it's, I'm pretty sure it's still is at the same place. Yeah, I'm sure it is actually. Oh yeah, the
So-
gyrocopters. I forgot about that. Oh, Warhammer Siege.
Hang on, what you got here?
Oh, Warhammer Siege.
Oh my good giddy auntie.
This has got good old Rick Priestley. Look, so this, I mean, it's, you can see the quality of Games Workshop books from the day. Nothing to do with how it's looked after, obviously. Oh, here we go. So obviously it's for Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40k. So first half of it is mostly fantasy.
And this is
and
all
then
about basically castles.
rules for siege warfare. Basically, there we
Oh
are.
my
Like
God,
playing.
how cool is that?
And I
freaking
think
cool is
somewhere from the
that?
back, where does it go? There's templates. I think it then goes to 40k somewhere at the back.
It's a monster.
But even like how you can set up battlements,
yeah.
distances for gaming. Here we go. Sieges in the 41st millennium.
Oh.
Lots of waffle. Some great pictures. Look, Killer Can orcs. Oh look. I don't know where I got my idea to paint the picture of the
There it
the
is.
damned one from, but
But I like it, like how it's 40k, but obviously the only things they could
look,
get hold of.
let's just do the same castle, but
Yeah.
add laser guns and marines.
Yeah, it's it,
It's
yeah.
like, how much do the rules need to change?
Yeah.
You know, and that's a great one there. Look, with the Eldar and the Orcs obviously working together.
Yeah. But then at the same time, that's this sort of stuff is all what people would have had originally.
this
and
is
they were
all
trying
just-
to convert you over to this.
This
weren't
is all
they?
just but actually, I think this may be. I believe Citadel did do a castle, and that's probably that at some point.
Yeah.
Like a castle fort, whatever. I'm pretty sure that's what that's from.
Yeah.
You could buy it as a
Oh,
set,
nice.
and you could use it for whatever.
Hang on, let's rotate it.
Oh, yeah, rotate it that way. Look.
Pretty cool. That's good. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah,
That
God,
book.
I don't even remember. We must have used it at some point.
Yeah.
We probably didn't. I was just buying anything at that point for 40k, really. And
Yeah. Yeah.
know,
but
this
it
was-
looks like it's been used.
doesn't
and
say,
been
yeah,
opened,
it doesn't say, but I think does the advert say? No, it doesn't. Back then, it was like 10 quid.
Yeah.
And as a 14-year-old, I was working and
Yeah.
making about 20 quid a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
So it's where all the pocket money. Well, it wasn't
Yeah.
pocket money. I had to shovel a lot. Oh, there we go. Literally just brought it up.
The
look.
Mighty
Mighty
Fortress.
Fortress.
That's pretty cool.
So that's what that is.
I mean, that's pretty big.
And I think it was some kind of foam. Now, somebody on YouTube just recently, I don't know who was it. I don't think it was Midwinter Minis. I saw something just recently about this, which is what
Yeah.
crept in my memory.
Well, they
I can't-
made that, did they?
Or they were talking about it.
Yeah,
It might
yeah.
have been on like a law channel, like was it what was it called, Snipe and Whip or whatever
Right,
they're
yeah,
called.
yeah.
Or one of them I saw something about, and it was like a high dense foam
Yeah.
or something like that, I believe. It wasn't very good quality, but
Yeah, that's cool.
fantastic.
that. That must be pretty big.
Yeah, these are from one of the Golden Demons.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, no,
I sort of feel that someone probably just bought some dinosaur.
yeah,
plastic
yeah,
dinosaur
exactly. What
stuff,
was all?
didn't
That's
they?
how you used to do it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that. That was amazing. So this, you can see clearly that there. That recognise that Space Marine.
Yeah.
And they're the 1, 2, 3 early Space Marines, and that is the Santa Claus Space Marine. They did as like a limited edition.
Really?
One of
That's
the
pretty
magazines it's advertised, but
All hours, but they only go back to all hours, but they only go back to about 1994-ish, I think. Okay, so you've got some
okay.
too. That'd be pretty cool. Have a look at them.
Warhammer 40k Dreadnoughts, and that's a killer can, isn't it?
Very much R2D.
Yeah. It sort of covers all the Dreadnought rules, part of the chapter approved.
So let's have. There's a couple of White Dwarf ones there where that talks about kit bashing and stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What one is there? Because they were really big on that. They were really big on actually.
Because obviously they didn't have a range of anything else.
No.
So
No.
the thing is, I can't remember what issue it's like to be. Oh, look at that! Look,
Here we are.
the
Hang on.
classic,
Bosh.
the classic Rhino. You want to?
Yeah.
pop there
While
on my-
you're doing that, we've got a lovely little surprise here for you.
So this is I've got of the original box set you bought. Look at this. These come out in July of what year was this? This was July 1988 when the Rhino set came out. I believe they were the first vehicle, or was the
I don't know. mate. I'm not too sure. I mean,
what's the other
the
one?
fact is that what date?
I'm
is this
sure
on?
the Rhinos were
It's
the
got
first
to
ones to
be.
come out, but this box set of 3 was like $9.95, I believe,
Really.
and they came in that really weird tan color plastic. It's not
Okay.
really plastic; it's
Yeah.
terrible stuff to work with. I had the box set. I don't have the box anymore, unfortunately. I do have 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
I think I may have sold one to a friend of mine back in the day, but that's one of the 2 I still have, and that's the original paint job from about 1991.
I like the metallic on the back.
Yeah, and that was one of the decals that come in the kit, and I've got the
So
rest
cool.
of the decals I've got on a decal sheet still.
Really?
I don't know whether they'd be very sticky anymore.
Yeah.
Same as the eagle on the front. Obviously, the York head I must have got off the very early Orc plastics and stuck on the front.
Yeah.
It has miraculously still got its exhausts on, but it has lost its frame. It had like a grab handle around the outside,
Right.
but it's lost that because I stole them off that to put back on my other one, which I've painted up
Yeah. Yeah.
for the
And you can have a look on his Instagram page, and that will put a link in there so you can see
yeah,
that one. 'cause that's one that
so I painted it originally in like old Sons of Horus.
yeah.
So when I first started doing it, it was before Heresy stuff came out.
Right,
I've always been mega interested into it. One of my
Yeah.
favourite pieces of artwork is that very early picture of Horus that was in. I can't remember. I don't think it's in 40k. I think it's in the Realms of Chaos.
Okay. Yeah.
Looks nothing like we know Horus today, but I always
Yeah.
loved that picture and this whole idea of who this Horus character was.
Yeah.
So when I'd done the Rhino originally, it was in just like a weird green, and I just used it for whatever gaming wise. But I had this idea of I want to repaint it, but do it like like a military modeler would do it, so like
Yeah.
realistic, rusty, blah blah blah,
Yeah,
and like.
yeah, yeah.
And I thought I had this idea of calling it like a relic of the past. So
Yeah.
it was a relic of my past
Yeah,
from
yeah,
1987, but also it'd be a relic of the old Horus Heresy,
Yeah, cool.
left still standing on some world and found in the 40th millennium.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's cool.
But in the time of me starting to do that and actually doing anything with it and actually entering into competition, the whole Horus Heresy thing's out now, so it isn't quite the same. But anyway, I did it like that and entered it originally into this just before Christmas into Squid Mars Open in the diorama category, and actually won a bronze with it. So that was I was pretty chuffed for that.
Yeah, it's good.
Pretty amazing, and I'm really pleased with it. It does look really good. I took it to Salute. It got made the cut at Salute as well,
which I think is pretty.
And I will be taking it to Fair Model Show as well, end of July.
Yeah,
so I'm looking forward to that. And what I've actually done now as well, I think you've seen it, it's on my Instagram. Is I wanted to do it with an old epic scale Rhino, because they are like super tiny.
Yeah.
But but then I saw Legion Imperialis, isn't it? I bought a Legion Imperialis Rhino.
Okay.
And basically recreated the whole diorama I did my original in that scale.
Really,
it's an exact copy.
Sort of...
The only difference is my original's got a corpse of a Sons of Horus in like the bomb hole.
Yeah.
I couldn't recreate that because that was actually the body that goes under the original Ahriman figure from Burning of Prospero that I used, and painted him as a Sons of Horus in the old Mark. Is it Mark III? Oh, you've got the thing on the wall, haven't you?
Yeah.
No, Mark II, isn't it? Mark II armor with no, it might be 3 actually. Mark III with the looks more like a knight helmet, doesn't it? Because there was no way I could shrink that down in scale. So what I did is I've got a little space marine who's literally ridiculously about that tall, and I've painted him up as a Sons of Horus. So it's almost like it's the same scene, but 10 seconds before he gets shot, kind of vibe. So I'm going to have those two displayed together. So I sort of just did it as a bit of fun.
I think it's good.
But yeah, the original Rhino box set's just fantastic Rhinos, really good fun, and they are.
They haven't changed loads either.
Well, the new one, they relaunched them for the 40k world, didn't they? Then they did they call it the Demios pattern to be like the old Horus pattern. So they changed it so it had round doors like these originals, but it's still chonkier, a lot different. Yeah. But the plastic on these old ones, they're made in so many pieces. So like this side goes on to, it's like a shell, if you like, that goes onto a flat backing plate that then goes to the body. Right. The plastic's terrible. It doesn't glue together. You have to super glue it. It's just terrible, and it shows all the lines. Yeah. So to get rid of the mold lines, I spent ages with a really ground down a point on a solder iron, and went down the whole thing and made the weld pattern like you'd see on a tank panels. It took me ages to do it, but it works pretty well. So if anyone is at Fair Model Show, have a look. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. So this is a great issue because obviously Dark Future is either out or about to be announced in this one. I can't quite remember, but look, the Rhino crew. I had this box, so I don't know how much. I had this box set. He had a whole load of Marines. The only one I've still got is the guy firing the bolter at the top. I have got him, so it would be cool to. He comes with like the hatch piece as well, which is quite cool. We've got more goblin stuff. Let's have a quick flick from the back because it's easier. Obviously, Blood Bowl is out. There's lots of Blood Bowl stuff. More Golden Demon 88 advert. Look, and that was in Nottingham. That one.
That's really cool.
back when it was always in Nottingham or
Yeah,
London or
yeah.
Manchester or look at this.
Here
Look
we
at those
go.
colour schemes.
All the different.
So the original one I did, so my one I've turned into the competition entry one was basically I copied it off that. I
Yeah.
did that kind of weird green colour on it originally. But
Imperial
obviously been
Guard,
completely
really
painted.
interesting.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Mm.
The Lucky Sevens, I like that idea, that
Yeah.
vibe.
Ultramarines. Look, it's not
Yeah,
even blue. It's actually
the camo
camouflage.
patterns. Yeah, it's great. And
Yeah.
that was always a classic one. The Imperial Guard Fighting Ninth, look.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you see lots of Space Marines painted in camo patterns,
Yeah.
depending on what world they're fighting on,
Yeah.
rather than in a standard
Yeah.
blue or whatever other colour there would be. You
Yeah.
know? Oh, this is literally, so this is obviously first talking about the rhinos. It gives you the stats. Look.
So what have we got here? Max speed 16. I wonder what that's. I wonder if that's 16 inches, maybe.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've gone back to the old
wounds
rules.
hasn't changed much. I think that's not far off of that now. Maybe 11.
I think if I recall from the old rules, that would be about right when it said whatever the speed was this
Probably
distance,
it's gotta
maximum
be.
distance it could travel,
I would
basically.
say
Wasn't
so.
it?
Yeah, definitely. I wonder what TR means. CP. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's cool.
I can't remember either.
That's,
Damage, that would be damage, wouldn't it? For
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Some of the old artwork. Again, Carl Critchlow artwork. He did a lot of this
Yeah.
Mad Max vibe stuff for Dark Future.
Well, I mean, we could go on for hours and
there's the
hours, couldn't we? To be honest.
Versions, yeah.
But we've been on for a couple of hours now with a bit of a technical fault, a little bit of technical fault. But I feel that we need to sort of maybe invite Lee back again. Maybe we need to make a note which ones we've done. And
If you're all still awake
if you're still
and you'd like to know more,
yes, yeah,
please press here.
yes, yeah. Just let us know. Let us know in the description and bits of, in the comments, because yeah, I think what we'll do, we're going to wrap it up here. There was a little bit there though about the kit bashing side of it, wasn't there?
Yeah, well, hopefully, there was one little page.
And I just wanted to just sort of cover that off very quickly.
And we'll find the issue that's got all that sort of stuff in it, and the classic grav tank. It's in one of these issues.
Because this is pretty much probably the Annihilator or the Predator now.
That's the version of the Predator. That's exactly what that is.
And what's
kit bashed onto the Rhino.
Yeah, and what's really cool is this is a White Dwarf magazine, and because obviously they just didn't have the models out, did they, like that? They encouraged you to actually kit bash stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I suppose you then loaded it up with war gear, which is really cool.
The Whirlwind, is basically a Rhino, with the rocket pod on the top. It's literally just. Can you grab it off there? Can you reach it? That will just literally come straight off. It's just stood on the top, and you might recognise the bottom has got a Citadel base on it. If you go to the top view,
there we go.
Citadel base on it. A Rhino exhaust and a Rhino toolbox glued on the back, and this I stole off my little brother's Action Force tank. I had a pair of those mounted on the tank. I wish I'd have stolen both of them, but that's what that is from. It's from my little brother's Action Force tank,
and that is.
And then I had a Whirlwind to play on the tabletop.
I mean, that is exactly what I think it was all about, and I do think that. Let's just go back to that again. Yeah, it's a bit. I put a bit wonky there. It's firing off to the side. There you go. I do think though that Games Workshop could do a little bit more on that, and I think there's an element with Orcs maybe. And I've always thought about this is that Orcs is all about putting stuff out of trash, making stuff. Yeah. And I just think there should be an element where maybe it's one data sheet where you can literally build it how you want. There's set parameters, maybe maximum size base, or it can be it's like tournament ready. But then it's in a case of here's the weapon profiles. You've got a list of weapon profiles. This is the points it would cost if you did it, and that would be really orky then because they could
absolutely
create it, and you would get some fantastic looking stuff.
I've actually I started it a long time ago, and one of these I will get around to finishing it, but I've built a little. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the Meng. Is it Meng or Meng? I think it's Meng. MENG.
Right.
Tanks, and they're like little cartoony style tanks, but of World War II tanks.
Yeah.
And I've got there's a cracking one of a Tiger 1. I think it's Tiger 1. It's like little stubby thing. It looks really cool, but it's just the right scale for Orcs.
Is it?
So I've started to paint it up, and I've got is it Cromlech that do? aftermarket orc stuff. I'm sure it's Cromlech.
Yeah.
Somebody will know. And they do some basically in kind of Nazi uniforms.
Do they?
So I've got one who's literally got a German tanker jacket and a cap on as a commander, smoking a pipe and other bits. And I was going to do this kind of World War II German Ardennes scene with this little tiger tank and a load of orcs. Kit bash it. Yeah, it was a little diorama, but
it just bring. I mean, I know you don't play, but I just think that something like that would bring a bit more sort of variety to the table, more creativity in that. But anyway, look, I want to firstly say thanks to Lee for bringing all of this stuff down. You know, he's driven quite a bit of a distance. So
my pleasure to sit and talk about this kind of stuff. It's cool. It brings back a lot of cool memories.
I want to say thank you for watching this and sticking with us. Once again, we had a technical fault. Those who've been watching and following us in these early days, unfortunately, there has been some of these in the past, and I can't promise there'll be more technical faults in the near future, if not mid-future. So, but look, very, very final thing here. Look, just please like and subscribe, because that is what keeps us going. There is a Patreon page, but for, please, if you want to lend a brother a bolter, it's a couple of quid. You'll gain access to the private Discord channel, and it's just a way of just helping us out. Start, anything as I start getting more revenue in, I'll start getting more equipment and hopefully stop some of these faults happening, because I think it's the PC doing it. I think it is. But
buy a load more pigeons.
Yeah, yes, it. So I just want to say, so let's have a quick look at the chat. It's been really good. Thanks, Lee. So interesting watching.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Thank you, Alex. Just a big thank you to Oscar, and then there was a Damien who was on there earlier. So thank you very much for tuning in.
Yep. And
for anyone who's watching this later on or just sitting there quietly, thank you very much.
Yep.
We have a game tomorrow. Tomorrow, obviously if it's recorded, it won't be tomorrow. But yeah, if you're tomorrow, Thursday, the 2nd of July, it is Tau against Imperial Guard. I'm going to be playing Imperial Guard for the very first time. That means orders, lots of bits and pieces. I'll try and keep the game within 3 hours. But look, thank you very much. Thank you, Lee.
Thank you. Thank
you
all for watching.
We'll get you down again sometime.
Yeah, we'll go through the rest of the pile.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.